Even know where my coffee is. Okay. Hi.
Hello, welcome to the. I was gonna say the crap
The
show.
nut house. Yeah.
It's snowing. I didn't tell you we have another snow day.
Again?
Yeah, so we have one Friday
It's
and we have one
raining
off
here.
today.
Look, it's raining. It's cold. It's awful. I hate it. I just
Yeah.
want to curl up in my blankie and
Oh, I'm
not.
sorry. I'm
Just
sorry.
not today. Can I
I know.
not?
It's my daughter's birthday, so that's
Oh,
really cool
happy
that she
birthday,
gets to
Muffin.
stay home too
Yeah.
for her birthday. So,
Oh. Is
but
she off from school or is she
yes,
just.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
she's off
Oh,
for school
sweet.
because school's
Okay.
out. School's out
Nice.
because
Nice.
of the snow.
Oh,
Well, it is good to be here with you all. We're back on
tis.
Monday.
Tis.
Very nice.
Yes.
It is December 8th. So that's pretty crazy, right?
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're moving along.
We are.
Welcome.
We
If
are.
you are just coming in, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And yes, please leave a comment. Thank you.
Oh, it's
I will
Marcus's
tell her.
birthday too. Oh, happy birthday, Marcus.
I love it. And then also make sure you hit that that like button, that heart button.
Yeah.
It helps us. It helps us all. So we have a very interesting and fiery topic today.
Yeah.
Why don't you kind of tell us what's going on and how it applies to like
Yeah.
our life as actors, voice actors, etc.
So guys, I have had a morning. I am a disheveled Gabby today, and long and short is woke up this morning to a very not well dog and realized pretty quickly after assessing the situation that the little guy needed to go to the vet ASAP, and fortunately was able to get the boyfriend on the case, because looking at my calendar this morning, I'm like, I have sessions, I have classes, I have responsibilities, right? And I don't want to give the impression, I do not want to give people the impression that if the proverbial shit hits the fan, we as voice actors are not allowed to take off to tell people what we need. That's not true. Okay. There's been many instances in my career where something severe has taken place and I'm like, I need to take this day off. I'm so sorry. And you rearrange your schedule. But sometimes, you have to weigh the situation. And in the grand scheme right now, I don't really know what's wrong with him. Right. There's a diagnostic thing that has to take place. And so, but what it comes down to is my brain is clearly occupied with that. And yet there's the old actor's mantra: the show must go on.
The show must go on.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it really got me thinking about just that, how many times over the course of my career I have been in sessions or, situations where there's a personal thing that is clouding my brain. There is, right, a situation, whatever it is, and we still have a job to do. And unfortunately, that job doesn't account for whatever's going on with us.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
No.
I remember early on having quite a few tassels with tissel, whatever you want to call, with my wife. And that's another thing that we don't all often talk about a lot, because it's not something people want to say, hey, I'm fighting with my partner right now, but it is a part of our life.
That's the reality,
We have
right?
to get in the booth and be like, you really want to buy this?
Right?
We love it.
It's that, yeah. And I mean,
look,
it genuinely doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's an argument you had with your spouse or maybe your child, good googly moogly. When my teenagers, forget it. And so yes, we don't have the luxury of some other jobs where you can kind of look at your coworkers and go, guys, I'm kind of having a day, right? Maybe put me in the back. Maybe don't let me interact all that much with customers, give me a little bit of slack. And like, if your face and your body language is reflective of what's happening with you, that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
We don't get that. We don't get to do that.
No, we don't. And and then of course, for us, as we all do, like, I don't know what's happening to you. I'm sure that's what you're saying this morning besides that, but like, all of a sudden, floodgates open, and then you've got customers and clients contacting you. And, like I've had, just today and last night, it's just been, I guess because it's the 8th, people are trying to, we talked about it last month, right? People trying to finish up the end of the year.
Yes. And that's the other thing that my brain is ticking on. I'm like,
you're just, we're trying to do, and then we're not trying to miss it because, there is a time limit on this stuff.
And
so it's just kind of overwhelming. And then we have our own real life personal stuff happening.
I can't tell you the number of times I've been in a session where, I remote connect with the client. And of course, there's the pleasantries at the beginning. I feel like the literal dumpster fire meme, right? Everything's on fire. Everything's exploding. And there I'm going, I'm fine. Hi, guys. How are you? Everything's great. No, everything is not great. But who wants to be the Debbie Downer at this? You don't, that is part of our relationship with our clients, is to be people pleasing, is to be pleasant to work with, is to be upbeat, is to be positive, right? All these things. So we don't want to dump that on anybody. So it is crazy how it happens. And I mean, it could be, you could be dealing with grief. You could be dealing with some other form of loss. I mean, it's pretty wild. I mean, it could be financial stress, but like I said, I think our career is really unique in that we have found, or hopefully you found, a way to kind of compartmentalize, right? And shove it
sad to say, though, I will be honest with you, being a part of the, in acting, it's a well-known fact, actors, we joke, a lot of us, who are more grounded, right? But we joke about, stars and these people, how they're kind of crazy. They seem just crazy, and the reality is there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
Because this is not, and you'll see a lot of people, they have drug problems, alcohol problems. I toured for a brief period of time, and just even for a 6-month tour where we were on the road, I have to tell you, and this was live theater, but just that, I mean, just 6 months. So it's not like I was touring for years, but it was like, it became numbing. And I worked with a couple, I mean, you start doing, like, they just start doing stuff because everything looks the same. Every town looks the same. It just becomes this thing.
It's a blur.
Enjoy it. It's just you're. So, you always wonder, how do these people and all these people with all this money, and I'm not saying we, woe is them. I'm just saying it is. So to peel it all back, it's an interesting thing that it's tough. It's a part of the industry that what happens to us, people will say, oh, suck it up. We've got it worse than you. That's how we're always kind of treated a lot, right? As actors. But the reality is it is very hard for us because we have to show emotion. Emotion is the basis for what we show. We have to be able to be sensitive, and with that comes we have to feel, and then on top of that, people don't care. People don't care, sadly, because like, they got to get their stuff done.
Yeah.
So I would say, an interesting thing then would be, what are some things? And this is probably our advice. What are things that you've done in the past, Gabby, in situations like this to be able to get through it?
So I'll be honest, I'm big on feel the feelings, give yourself the space, the time, like give yourself the opportunity, right? But it's almost like put it on a time limit, especially if it's during the workday. Like, I'm going to take 20 minutes to feel all the feelings, to cry if I need to cry, yell if I need to yell, right? Throw something if I need to throw something.
Absolutely.
And then when the timer goes off, I'm going to put my big girl panties on and I'm going to put my, happy helmet on and I'm going to go back to work.
Absolutely.
And I may repeat the pattern, right? I may give myself another opportunity, but that's really, I've found all I can do. And then, push comes to shove, I will take like I'll take the day and like end work early if I can.
Oh yeah.
But man, it's tough. It's super tough. I mean, we're not in a profession that gets to go, oh man, I didn't sleep worth a shit last night. I'm super tired. Yep. No client is going to be like, well, that's great. So, how's that going to affect our voiceover?
And I found something that if you can do it, try to do it, is the more you do, and it's funny because we work at home, so this makes it even harder. But the more you do to try to I'll make up a word, professionalize your business, right? Helps you also, like when you go to work and you're having a bad day, you still have a bad day, but work is like a place you understand that is different. It's not your home environment. Like it's not your personal environment. Working from home is hard. Like right outside that door is the whole family and everything in the home, and everything is not business. But in here, it's like this is business. And I think the more we can do to separate that, I found one of the hardest things too is being at home. The family or people, sometimes they don't feel like we're actually working.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
Like when you're home, you can go get that from the store. No. I can't get that from the store.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes my eyeball twitch when people are like, can you run this errand? And I'm
yeah.
No, I can't. But yes, it but the other thing is it can also be really hard for us to pivot. It can be really hard to kind of go, like today, like I said, I got lucky that I have somebody who's around who can do that and take him. Otherwise, I'd be scrambling right now going, how am I going to manage this today? What am I going to do? So it's wild, and it's very similar to, I think, to what parents go through, obviously, with childcare when they have a job to do. And, if they've got a sick kid or they have to go pick their child up from school, it's like, oh my gosh, it's very disruptive. But for us, it can sometimes feel make or break too. Like I've had sessions that I don't care if the sky is falling, I'm not going to reschedule them. I'm not going to back out of that job. When I broke my leg a couple of years ago, I remember literally I was in agony, propped up in the studio. They had no idea. They had no clue what was going on. I was biting my hand in between this because I was in so much pain.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, I'm not canceling this session. It's not happening.
Right. Oh.
I mean, yeah, so we do some pretty wild stuff. And I do think I want to address something else you said, the suck it up piece. I find it fascinating. And look, I know that on the surface, like we have a very cushy job. And there is a lot of privilege that goes along with what we do. But man, sometimes when people can be very callous, right, towards actors, like, oh, your job is so hard, It's like, it's a different kind of hard, it's mentally taxing. It's emotionally taxing. Sometimes it's physically taxing, but for most of us voice actors, it's not.
Sure.
But
we
can't negate that. Is all I'm saying. And
not at all.
People are very quick to do that. Yeah.
Do you ever, I always think of the dancing monkey. There's that always joke, about an actor. It's like dance monkey dance, and the what is it? It's from the movie, or they made fun of it a lot with Zoolander. And you know what I mean? Where, the
Yes,
male
yes, yes, yes.
models and stuff, where they were just, these people, their just sole purpose is there is to do other people's biddings, and whether they, what they don't, doesn't matter what they like or their dignity or anything.
You're a show pony.
Right. You know what I mean? And again, that's, it's our choice to do it, but it is a very challenging, it's challenging. It's very challenging because people ask of us to, again, show such a wide range of emotion. And to be able to do that, we have to be able to express that emotion, and to express it, we have to feel it, and to feel it, that means we have to be, that word, sensitive. When you go, when you can shut that off and be very, put up a wall, it's I'm saying it's not easier, but it definitely, you get to guard that. We don't get that luxury because we have to be able to put it out there.
Yeah.
So, there's pros and cons to it, right? It is different.
There is. There is. And I mean, I think, there's I don't know. I do find it over the years. I have all these instances. Like, I remember when I was back in radio, I remember a mentor of mine kind of giving me like a nobody cares speech, right? Nobody cares what's wrong with your personal. Nobody cares what's going on, And in broadcast, that actually made a lot of sense because we were always, right? You always had to be happy. You always had to be on. You always had to be smiley.
Right.
There was no such thing as a bad day. Now, with voiceover, there is an interesting difference, which is that we do have an outlet to channel some of those other emotions. We're not just stuck with only one. But it can be hard to even to just let ourselves, right? To let ourselves feel fully and use that in a performance when it's painful, it's vulnerable, it could be judged, right?
And
All
I think
those things.
that's a good point. I was just thinking, what is some of the things that bother me the most, especially when I'm in that mind space, and that is clients who normally, can be very needy, and it always seem like it's the worst time, to be like, you're not trying hard enough, or, like, you're, or that sounds robotic. Nothing champs my backside more than that statement. You know what I mean? And I remember. I think now I've become so not that way, and no one says it to me anyway. But I went through all of that. We all go through that. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But the point is, that's a very hard thing to deal with, is customers who are super needy and then are like, you're just not doing it right. Why can't you get it? They can be very mean. You're like, I don't need this crap. Like, and then you might say or type something that you don't want to, and it gets out there, and it's, I've seen it, and it's hard. So that's another part of it, right? Is everything is so accessible once you put it out there. I always tell people, whenever there's feedback, if there's reviews and stuff, whatever you do, please. Does anybody ever watch what is it? It's not Kitchen Nightmares, but it was Hotel Impossible. Well, anyways, there was Hotel Impossible. A guy would go around, fix hotels, right? And one of the biggest problems was these hotel owners would leave these horrible, like, people would leave bad reviews, and then the hotel owners would go on there and be like, no, you suck. You know what I mean? Like, they would leave like really mean, like, replies. And then people would be like, no, you suck. And there'd be like these arguments on, like,
oh, no.
the review sites and everything. But the point is, and people say, like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
no.
because everyone understands that, someone's gonna have an off day, someone's gonna have a bad day, but what they don't want to see is that, you can't handle someone, saying, hey, this isn't right. You know what I mean? Like, we expect to hear, hey, we're so sorry, we'll fix it next time.
Right. You at least expect to hear, right. We appreciate
professional, like
your feedback.
It's not personal, but so many, but it's hard because for us, it is very personal because there's no one else.
Yeah.
It's us.
Yeah.
These are the things that are really hard. On top of that, all the work and effort we put into it mentally to prepare and to try our best to make something that we don't even know, we don't like, we don't care about, sound like we do like, love, and care about.
Right. It's so ironic. It's so ironic. Yeah.
I'm like, we got to pretend that you love it, you own it, you need it, you want it. It's everything to you. You don't even give a crap.
Nope.
About it.
Nope. Didn't give a crap yesterday. Don't give a crap today. But here I am.
But that's and I think that is part of all of the challenge that we face.
It is. For sure.
You know, and life doesn't stop. Life throws stuff at us at any time. The second part of that statement can be hard to come up with the words for.
Oh, I think he means the thank you for your feedback. Yeah, trying to finish that sentence when, you know, it's negative.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like, your blood boils. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yep. So just know it's normal. It's normal and it's human and
in the community. I think we need to talk about that's an important thing. Like even for what's happening to you right now. I'm not saying that it feels, but it's nice we get to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, and say, hey, you know, we you know, we're sorry that's going on. We got your back. You know, we love you and everything. That's a very helpful and you know thing that can get us through.
Oh, definitely. There's a catharsis to that. And I'm looking at all the folks and I appreciate it. And, you know, I certainly didn't bring it up because I even expected that.
No.
But I appreciate, all the prayers and the well wishes. And I think he's going to pull through. I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to cost a lot of money. And I think he is going to have some challenges moving forward, but I mean, fingers crossed, I'll know more in a couple of hours and we'll go from there.
Right.
But man, oh man, it's just, you know, now I'm like, oh, okay, I have a session at 1:00. Let's just pretend my dog's not in limbo. That's cool. Yeah,
you know, and right, and people, and you know, and people are wonderful, but they're to a point.
Yes,
it's like
to a point.
You know, we feel you. Okay, now help us. And understand that because I would feel the same. I mean, it's just a part of what we deal with. So, listen, hey, everybody, thank you so much for being with us today, and know that you're not alone when this stuff happens. This happens to all of us. Doesn't matter, you know, where you are in your journey. But we're here for you. It's not a plug, but really join a community. You know, I mean, being a part of VO's journey community is one of the best things I've ever been a part of, and it's helped me so much for so many years. So I
agree.
Thank you. Thank you, Storm. All right, you guys, you have a wonderful day. Happy and we will be back on Wednesday. We've got Angela tomorrow.
Yes.
And so we'll see you all Wednesday.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.